client for a service connects to Keystone and determines an endpoint to call based on return catalog. Behind the scenes, service can be moved to the different endpoints. A client can find online services by querying Keystone's endpoints. Allows also allows for a service load distribution with multiple endpoints to a server service. Every catalog entry has five elements: region, service ID, public URL, internal URL, and admin URL. So Keystone process. So client and to open service by intermediate having Keystone. Forward authorized to request use the token to obtain the tenant controls. OpenStack features shift. So object storage storage objects live on an endpoint cloud via storage service. Every object belongs to user account pair. Keystone that shift account to shift user and shift groups, proxy rings and workers, account container object, shift proxy server, handles incoming request via the OpenStack object API or a raw HTTP. Accept files to upload modifications to metadata or container creation. So files are containing list to web browsers. Several types of ring files may utilize an optional cache to improve performance. Keep a distributed database or replicated objects. Work are divided into reliability zones. So copies of data are distributed across multiple zones. There are many types of workers, that is shift workers, account server, container server, object server, housekeeping, replication and updater auditor, tenant controls. So shift ring map names to entities and locations that will be stored data on zones, devices, partitions and replicas. There are three types of items, that is account, container, object. The locations are determined by ring file. Worker IP address are loaded into ring builder. Storage IDs and locations are computed using a hashing algorithm to evenly distribute items across workers. Shift ring account and container storage ID as a database, storing object metadata type. So proxy makes distributed searches across the database for item requests. The ring builder can add or remove nodes and rebalance distribution of files across servers. So object containers, account, shift, tenant controls. Shift to process list. Shift to components provides horizontal scaling and commodity hardware. It provides the public internet using load balancers. For example, OpenStack object hardware looks like these structures. Here left hand side provides the configuration of this total large scale deployment. Many config is possible available. So things. So the workers, shift ring account and container storage ID as a database, storing object metadata type. So proxy makes distributed searches across the database for item requests. The ring builder can add or remove multiple images. Class looks like application programming interface like shift proxy and this tree. So Nova major components: API, message queue, scheduler and compute worker, volume. So major components: network having different type of listed below, quantum services, and then Nova messaging and data. Messaging is managed through RabbitMQ, persistent data stored in database. So messaging Rabbit get data from point A to point B, decouple publishers and consumers, queuing for later delivery, load balancing and scalability. So advanced message queuing protocol, network wire level protocol, internet protocol like HTTP/TCP. So messaging Rabbit looks like applicable Nova process, launching virtual machines using Keystone's Glance, Nova, tenant controls. Zone bursting provide looks like using public internet. public to private. Looks like application programming interface in this. Finally, quantum networking. Without quantum, originally Nova handles all networking by Linux Bridge Networking. Network managers provides VM to enable computer servers to interact with each other and the public network. Blocks states currently 90% of Nova bugs are network related. Originally, network manager, each virtual machine networks owned by the one network host. Nova network node is the only gateway. Flat network managed. Flat DHCP network managed